What's up, everybody? This is Sunko, the Korean bro. Today is 2023, uh, July, September, October 15th. Have tonight. Basically, the reason I set my title as Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Shopify, Roku, Tesla is because those are the ones that I invest my money into, and it takes up about 30% of whole investment. 70% I put Nasdaq and S&P 500. Anyway, let's start reading articles for tonight and see if there's interesting article. Okay. Sorry if you don't hear me well because I'm coughing right now because I have a fever. Investors should be following this one development, which could be like kryptonite for Nvidia. Okay. This one development, which could be like kryptonite for Nvidia. China produces the vast majority of the world's supply of gallium and germanium, rare metals that are a key part to the semiconductor manufacturing process. The Chinese government instituted curbs on the export of these elements, requiring exporters to obtain licenses and identify buyers. The accelerating adoption of AI has propelled a number of companies higher. Nvidia has been the poster child for this trend. For its fiscal 2024 second quarter, Nvidia produced a record revenue of $13.5 billion, up 101% year over year, while diluted earnings per share of $2.48 surged 854%. CEO Jensen Huang was clear that AI was the driving force behind the results, saying the race is on to adopt generative AI. Nvidia is anticipating even more impressive results the third quarter, guiding for all-time high revenue of $16 billion. The strong financial results have acted as a catalyst for Nvidia stock, which gained more than 220% so far this year. If the Chinese government decides to play hardball, further limiting the exports of gallium and germanium, it could be like kryptonite to Nvidia stock. Its production of its graphics cards and AI processors could come to a screeching halt. While that's an unlikely scenario, stranger things have happened. Investors should keep an eye out for any future developments. Okay. 2023 has been a breakout year for artificial intelligence after spending years in the shadows. These advanced AI models can create original content from scratch, including images, text, audio, video, and even computer code. The business applications for generative AI are still emerging, but the ability to summarize emails and draft responses, generate presentations from existing information, and automate repetitive tasks has the potential to yield uh, generate presentations from existing information and automate repetitive tasks has the potential to yield the vast productivity gains. The latest developments in generative AI have business leaders scrambling to adopt and integrate this next generation technology. One of the primary beneficiaries of the exploding AI uses is Nvidia. The semiconductor specialist was at the forefront of AI technology long before it went viral, and the company has reaped the benefits of its cutting-edge processors to facilitate the creation of these AI systems. However, there's a situation brewing that could spell trouble for Nvidia, stopping the company in its tracks. rare earth elements. In a strategic move earlier this year, China announced it would be restricting the export of gallium and germanium, two of the rarest metals on the planet, by requiring exporters to get a government license to ship the elements. They will also be required to identify the importer and the overseas buyers as part of the application process. Experts suggest the move was in response to U.S. government decision to limit China's access to the high-end semiconductors used for AI. Export of gallium and germanium, two of the rarest metals on the planet, by requiring exporters to get a government license to ship the elements. By requiring exporters to get a government license to ship the elements, they will also be required to identify importer and the overseas buyer as part of the application process. Experts suggest the move was in response to U.S. government decision to limit China's access to the high-end semiconductor used for AI. Manufacture of advanced semiconductors, as well as in the defense, communications, and electric vehicle industries. China has a near monopoly in the production of these metals, and cited notational national security concerns when announced the country is responsible for 98% of the worldwide production of gallium and 68% of refined germanium, according to data supplied by the U.S. Geological Survey. Further exacerbating the situation is the costly and complex nature of the refining process. Both gallium and germanium are typically mined with other metals found in nature, including copper, zinc, and aluminum. During the month of August, China didn't export any gallium and germanium after shipments of 8.63 metric tons and 5.15 tons in July. Beijing has since announced the approval of some export licenses, with additional applications still under review. The immediate impact on Nvidia is negligible. The company doesn't manufacture its own chips, but farms that production to Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, which addressed the issue shortly after the export restrictions were announced. After evaluation, we do not expect that export restrictions on raw materials, gallium and germanium, will have any direct impact on TSMC's production. So basically, this is what it is. Um, there's you know, some components or like materials used for making semiconductor chips, and it's really important to it's really important because it's like necessity for making this chip, and because of United States restriction, um, China is also taking a step further to put limit on export of this component or whatever that is. You know, so as an investor myself, I have to keep an eye on what's happening uh, because this situation could possibly affect the way Nvidia runs their companies. So, mm, that's what it is. Okay. Okay, let's read this one. Roku. A bull market is coming. One magnificent growth. Start to buy hand over fist before it soars 730%. This is a market greater than the face of economic headwinds crushing Roku stock. Even so, the streaming pattern has continued its growth streak, albeit at a slower pace. Its leading position, secular tailwinds, and a rebound in the ad spending could help it recover. Unmatched market penetration, a large and growing market, and a dirt cheap stock price market, stock price makes this a compelling buy. While the debate rages in history has been followed by an even more robust bull market, and there are signs it may already have begun. Either way, investors still have the opportunity to snap up shares of beaten down stocks. Roku is one particularly compelling example. The streaming platform is unparalleled in North America and is one of the world's most widely used streaming platforms, but the stock is still down 85% from its high. However, superstar investor Kathy Wood of Art Investment Management predicts the stock is poised to soar 730% by 2026. Let's take a closer look at the company's prospects. The events of the past couple of years have convinced bearish investors that stagnant growth is the new normal for the streaming video market. Yet the evidence suggests dollar predictions may be missing the forest from the trees. Cable television is suffering from a secular downturn that continues to accelerate, with viewers cutting the cord at record levels. The major pay TV providers shed a combined 5.9 million subscribers last year, the highest on record. According to data compiled by Litchman Research Group, the industry is on pace to endure even greater losses this year. In-home entertainment needs, which spells good news for Roku, streaming video accounted for 38.3% of total television viewing in August, up from 31.3% year-ago period. According to Nielsen's The Gauge report, cable and broadcast television have both lost share uh, over the past year, down 12.5% and 7.7% respectively. At the same time, the Roku channel accounted for 1.1% of all television viewing. When the registry, the others are Fox Corp's Tubi and Paramount Global's Pluto TV. This data supports the conclusion that viewers who ditch cable and broadcast TV are turning to Roku for their entertainment fix. Helping fuel Roku's evidence growth is the company's streaming device strategy. Roku represents 23% of all streaming devices worldwide, according to the video analytics provider Conviva. This helps fuel the company's digital advertising. This helps fuel the company's digital. Roku devices saw 45% of all open programmatic connected TV ad sales in the second quarter, according to data compiled by Pixelit. This data shows that Roku is the unrivaled market leader in terms of both streaming device penetration and the resulting connected TV ad sales. Just two shell pests. The economy headwinds of the past couple of years have resulted in a commensurate decline in digital advertising, which has hit Roku hard. Lion's share of the company's revenue comes from the 30% cut it receives from advertising shown on a streaming platform. Yeah, even as the economy continues the long path to recovery, things are beginning to look up. In the second quarter, Roku's revenue grew 11% year over year, um, up from just 1% growth in the first quarter. Perhaps as importantly, the company's active accounts grew 16% to 73.5 million, while streaming hours climbed 21% to 25.1 billion. This points to increasing engagement of Roku's viewers. Once the advertising market returns to form, Roku's digital ad business will reach new heights. Another strategy that could supercharge its growth is Roku's foray into the connected TV market. Roku ended 2022 as the number one selling smart TV operating system in the US, Canada, and Mexico, and continues to gain share. So far this year, it controlled more share than its next three rivals combined in the US, and was the number one seller in Mexico for the third consecutive quarter. Warsham and Kathy Wood are bullish on Roku. Some of the best and brightest on Wall Street believe these are better days on the horizon for Roku. One of the 34 analysts who cover Roku 12 rated buy or strong buy, only two recommend selling, citing the stock's current valuation in light of its current recent rebound from all-time lows. Analysts have a consensus price target in Roku stock of $84 to suggest potential gains for investors of about 15% over the coming 12 months. However, Wood continues to play the long game and is looking much further ahead. The base case of our research concludes that Roku stock will soar 730% to hit $605 by 2026. Yet Oz bull case is even more eye-catching, predicting that the stock could rocket to $1,493 during the same period. Roku might not reach these dizzying heights. Stock price could be much higher in the years to come. When viewed in terms of its growing opportunity, Roku stock is still decidedly cheap, selling for roughly twice next year's sales. Um, that's its cheapest valuation ever, and squarely in bargain basement territory, with television viewers abandoning cable at a record pace. Roku's large and growing user base is severely discounted valuation. Now looks like the time to buy Roku stock ahead of the robust rebound to come. Yeah, let's read this one too. Kathy Wood says this stock could climb 2,145% over the next few years, but read this before you buy. In a leading innovators with high potential for disruption and growth, she identified this company as an underpinning product and service in the streaming video sector. Our invest financial model calls for tremendous upside in the stock price. Experts identify innovative companies that have the potential to change the way we live our lives. These company stocks could produce phenomenal returns for early investors, and they form the basis of our ARK Invest ETFs. Researchers believe one of the Woods top picks could see its stock price climb as much as 2,145% from its price at the time of writing. The leading name in connected TV and streaming video and technology and products underpin the entire industry from distribution to content to ad technology. While Woods Peak looked like an absolute winner in 2021, the share price has fallen precipitously since reaching an all-time high, down more than 80%. That could mean investors have another opportunity gain to stop before the price skyrockets, according to art analysts. Wood and her team at Art Invest sees Roku as one of the biggest beneficiaries in the shift from a linear TV to streaming, the second biggest holding in Osh flagship. So investors shouldn't doubt Wood and her team's conviction for the stock. An open source financial model released last year and presented their bear bull and base case for Roku shares. In the most bullish case, active accounts, daily hours streamed on Roku devices, the percentage of hours streamed on ad-supported video on demand platforms. Gross and net platform monetization rates, active accounts. Their base case, analysts expect Roku to grow active accounts at an annual rate of 23%. Roku consistently adds around 10 million or 11 million accounts per year. That's a much better barometer, in my opinion, for how fast you can grow going forward. They will put it at just 130 million accounts or so at the end of 2026, slightly lower than Osh beta case daily hours. Also, the daily hours streamed on Roku devices declining from 3.6 hours per day, 4.5 hours per day in 2026. Roku's making tremendous progress toward that number. Roku users streamed an average of 3.9 hours per day in the first quarter. Consistently weak second quarter. Roku saw a minimal decline in engagement per account as more and more content shifts to streaming services and more consumers caught the code. Roku is on track to hit our base case target as supported hours. The our base case also calls for 35% of all streaming on Roku's platform to come from ad-supported video services. That's split between third-party streaming services and the company's own Roku channel. The Roku channel has produced strong results in 2023. It broke into Nestle's The Gauge report, accounting for over 1% of total US TV viewing, so that's less than 3% of all streaming across all devices. Though the Roku channel will account for a larger percentage of time spent on Roku devices, expecting to climb to 15% of all time spent on the platform is aggressive. Combining first and third party video ads, display ads on the Roku home screen, and content distribution revenue, the analysts expect Roku to generate about $0.21 in gross revenue per hour of engagement on the platform. With a take rate of 20% on third party streaming services, they expect Roku to net $0.05 per hour overall when combined with time spent on the Roku channel. After some setbacks in 2022 and 2023, the company is starting to show a recovery. Platform net revenue per streaming hour was $0.03 in the second quarter, while OP may expect much of the growth in monetization stem. Okay, let me finish YouTube Live today. Um, The reason for that is that since I have a cold, it's hard for me to read so article out loud for a long period of time because it gives me throat ache. And this is it for today. And I'm gonna see you tomorrow. And everybody, bye bye. Have a good night.